This is the example of how to read the text on page 16. Pay attention to it. Berikut akan Ibu bacakan cara membaca teks halaman 16. Perhatikan. Indonesia signs LOI with Switzerland on vocational education. Indonesia and Switzerland sign a letter of intent or LOI for cooperation to strengthen Indonesia's vocational education system. The cooperation will come under a dual education and training system. Switzerland ambassador to Indonesia, Yvonne Bowman said, the dual system will help students combine learning process at school and in the workplace. Switzerland has consistently ranked among the world's most competitive economies and has one of the lowest rates of youth unemployment in the world. She said after the LOI signing with the Industry Ministry in Mojokerto, East Java on Tuesday. In addition to signing the LOI, the two parties are also seeking to assist a certain manufacturing sector and link it with vocational schools. The embassy has stated that to enhance bilateral relations with Indonesia, Switzerland has allocated 75 million Swiss francs or 74.36 million US dollar for various development projects in the 2017 to the 2020 periods. The funds will be allocated for private sector development, infrastructure, trade, and macroeconomic assistance. Meanwhile, earlier on Tuesday, the Industry Ministry launched a demand-driven vocational program named Link and Match in Mojokerto to address the lack of skilled workers, which has been a big problem that hampers the development of some industries until now. And now this is the example of how to read text on page 21. Berikut adalah contoh cara membaca teks halaman 21. Nepal rescuers find 3 bodies near crash US Marine. Nepalese rescuers on Friday found 3 bodies near the wreckage of a U.S. Marine helicopter that disappeared earlier this week while on a relief mission in the earthquake-hit Himalayan nation, officials said. Nepal's Defense Secretary, Iswari Podial, gave no details about the nationalities of the victims. The helicopter was carrying 6 Marines and 2 Nepalese army soldiers. The wreckage was found near Gotali village in the district of Dolakha. The U.S. Embassy in Nepal had no immediate comment Friday. The discovery of the wreckage, first spotted by a Nepalese army helicopter Friday, followed days of intense search involving U.S. and Nepalese aircraft and even U.S. satellites. The U.S. relief mission was deployed soon after a magnitude 7.8 quake hit April 25, killing more than 8,200 people. It was followed by another magnitude 7.3 quake on Tuesday that killed 117 people and injured 2,800. The second quake was centered between Kathmandu and Mount Everest and hit hardest in deeply rural parts of the Himalayan foothills, hammering many villages reached only by hiking trails and causing road-blocking landslides. And this is the example of how to read text page 22. Dan ini adalah contoh cara membaca teks halaman 22. Scientists come one step further in creating quantum computers. The world of technology has got one step closer to creating quantum computers. Dutch scientists have recently created a 2-qubit or quantum bit processor running on a silicon chip. While standard computers work with bits of information that can have only 2 states, 0 or 1. Quantum processors are based on the fact that bits can exist in both states at the same time. As a result, they have tremendous computing power and can do things that no classical computer can do. Quantum computers can be used for solving complex problems and can manage a much larger number of calculations at once. Scientists explain that they are still in the early stages of developing a real quantum processor. Hardware manufacturer IBM has already built a 50-qubit computer, but with superconductive materials that need extreme cooling. Putting a quantum processor on a silicon chip, which is already used in the computer industry, may be the first step toward mass production. In such quantum processor, electrons can be in many states at once. This is called superposition. In the lab, scientists have managed to keep electrons between both positions at the same time. However, such electrons are not stable and quickly fall apart. By linking these electrons together on a silicon chip, qubit hardware manufacturers could produce quantum processors for commercial use.